We didn't expect this one. Let's just say that. Tekkz in an elimination matchup as we move into round 4 of our Swiss format. Day 1 of our Foot Champions Cup here in Bucharest. We're normally used to seeing Tekkz 3-0, Richard, and straight through. He's never not gone through Swiss. We must keep saying that because it's not happened. Whether it was back in FIFA 18, it just hasn't happened.
Who would have predicted we'd have been sat here? What time is it? Out of curiosity, here
In Bucharest time, it's
5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. The tournament's been live 4 hours, and Tekkz might be eliminated.
This is the guy that won the tournament just 10 days ago, and he's potentially could be going out the tournament. I mean, he can't hear us, which is a good thing. On the other side of that, for Joey went out in Swiss 10 days ago as well. Yep. He lost his first 2 games. He won round 3, and then he went out 1 and 3. Did Joey? So Joey is coming in off the back of leaving Swiss as well. He's got a chance though to keep himself in the tournament too. And
no bigger scalp, arguably, in FIFA esports right now than if Joey was able to take down that man on your screen, Donovan Hunt, aka Fnatic Tekkz.
And I think he is actually talking to Joey right now. You can just see on the angle there. Joey looks to his left. Tekkz is kind of literally straight in front of him over that line. I'll tell you something though, Richard. Coach Bass is here, and Coach Bass is behind Joey for this match. We don't know who Coach Bass is. Coach of Team Ajax. We'll see with the guys at Team Bundled.
Tell me a story about Coach Bass at the Eredivisie the other day, coming out with Danny, with Papsity, come out in a suit.
He did. He doesn't come in his tracksuit, Richard. He'll come.
He don't mess
there
about.
He is. Look, you can just see him there on the left of your screen. If you're wondering who this guy is, obviously one of the coaches. There's so many coaches in the world of FIFA esports, but I love. Just find out a little bit more about the coach, a little bit of personality, what they do. He was there at the Eredivisie with the Ajax guys, obviously Papsity and Danny Hackerberg was there coaching them. And, I've got a lot of respect for this guy. I remember it was FIFA 18, Richard. He picked up... Danny never had a coach. Ajax Danny never had a coach. He was not playing well. Halfway through the season, that man comes in. He wins the Eredivisie, makes the World Cup final.
Yeah, and happy belated birthday as well to Danny, if you are watching. Just turned 22.
Team, mate,
yeah, if you are supporting Joey here, handshakes all around. You saw the little thumbs up as well over to Tekkz. I think we're just about ready to get into this.
We have to say as well, credit to Joey, because out of the Ajax players, Tor, haven't seen him this year. Danny, haven't seen him other than the Draft Story Cup. He is leading the way for Ajax at the moment, is Joey. So everyone kind of is behind that man.
No Gabinho. We've not seen Gabinho make an event yet either. He's under the Team Ajax roster as well. One man on the Fnatic roster, and it's a man leading FIFA esports right now. He was brought into Fnatic not to simply take part, to conquer Fnatic Tekkz.
I remember the line that they said when they signed him. Tekkz isn't just FIFA now, he's esports. That's what they're going to do with Fnatic, a huge esports organisation. Won so many things across so many different gaming titles. And you can see why this would be such a shock if this man went up the competition. He's top of the Xbox leaderboard right now, 2,030 points to his name, and he's never not gone past the Swiss stages in any tournament this man has played in. He's going to be kicking from left to right in this game. Joey will be playing in the USA. Strip a little. I'm surprised he's not playing the Ajax kit. Maybe it's too much of a conflict.
Kit clash, yeah, with the Liverpool kit that Tekkz is using.
A word on the names that have gone through though, Richard. Foot was Jamie, 3-0.
Fantastic.
Huge for him. Congratulations to that man, also all the way from Australia's come over. Megabit as well, Diogo.
Mo Alba, 3-0 as well. And some of the names that have gotten out.
Oh my, Lucas Rep.
We did a little prediction,
We
Brandon.
did, and I don't want to talk about the predictions, because I said Stefano Pina would win the whole thing. He's gone out 0-3. Said he was feeling more confident when he came into the tournament yesterday, but unfortunately the results aren't backing it up at the moment. I just don't understand. Is it the new players that have come in? We've had 40 new faces that are in this tournament compared to Cup 1.
Clash crazy. Speaking of the last tournament, 3-0 again. But Stefano Pina, so consistent last year, out without picking up a victory.
Here's a free kick for Tekkz in, 28 yards out. It's just scooped up into the path for Eusebio. Back into Hullet. Arnheim will have that shot. Arnheim just to the left-hand side of that post.
I've been watching a little bit of Tekkz's games this tournament so far. I think this is the first time we've actually featured him on stream throughout the 4 rounds of fixtures that we have had up to this point, but there's just something in the final third. I don't want to put it down to rushing, or it just doesn't seem as clinical as he was 2 weeks ago. That's just my own opinion.
I think I was speaking to Mo Nagaba yesterday during rehearsals, Richard, and he came in and he literally said to me, while we're talking about after the attack comes in from Tekkz, he just said to me, I don't see what is different. Is it having a good sleep? Is it having a good breakfast? Literally, he said that. He said, I've looked back at my games from last tournament and I didn't see anything I did wrong, other than obviously conceding the goals. Like, the skill gap that he's trying to say is just so small. He's come in today. He's got a few wins behind him. He's not out yet. And it's important for him as well. He's qualified for the first 2 for Champions Cups of the year. Get some points down. You can see both players on your screen now. See Ajax Joey picked up that move to Ajax just a few years ago now. And that pause does come nearly in from him. Happy to just play on from a corner. 22 minutes into this game. Corner played short. Mbappe with an array of skill moves there out from him. A few ball rolls, even a few step overs.
I remember watching Joey the first time I ever saw him, FIFA 17, the FIWC qualifiers.
What a long time ago that was.
Where he got a top 8 finish at the grand finals. Did Joey?
Here's a free kick, maybe a direct one. No. Played short into R9. Went for the fake shot, nearly around Patrick Vieira. Unfortunately, the Frenchman did stand strong and intercepted the ball quite easily.
Sometimes you see penalties gave for altercations in the box there when a fake shot comes out, but Tekkz read the danger quite well and just pulled his players into the right position, so a free shot wasn't able to be utilised there for Joey.
Expect Tekkz to build into this attack now. Vieira, back to goal, Saviour. You think if he turned the other way, he might have had a little bit of luck. But you're speaking about Joey, Richard. Obviously, the first time we saw him 2017. First time we saw Tekkz, obviously DH Tekkz, was in that first FUT Champions Cup of the year in Barcelona, in which nobody knew him. And next thing you know, he's one of the biggest names in competitive FIFA overnight. Here's a chance now for R9. More than just a goal, a confidence booster for him.
Kept his composure on that occasion inside the box, rolled it onto R9's right foot and simply finessed it past the goalkeeper there. Joey with a look of, is that concern, would you say, over to his coach Bass. And it is going to be a change here for Joey coming out. Changing instructions.
You can just see there in the expression of Tekkz, even though he is 1-0 up, he just maybe isn't feeling it today. And, you know, the advice I would say to any player that is stuck in Swiss, whether they've lost a few games, just get today out the way. If you can get through, you can get those 3 wins, even if it's 3-2, Richard. You get through today, you go home, you sleep, and every single player that makes it through to knockouts will say, it doesn't matter about day one.
It's harder than it sounds, though, isn't it? Because every single game is tough. There's no easy game at an event. With the qualifiers how they are, if you're making an event, you're a serious FIFA player who should be scared against the other players. You should be worried about who you're playing against. There's no easy matchup. Yes, there's, you'd say, more favourable matchups, bigger names.
There's Joey, Zidane into R9. You get a shot away, Van Dijk there, just so tight on R9, able just to snatch the ball off him. Eusebio's making that run now through. If he wants to try and use him instead, no. He will play out to the fullback of Carlos Alberto, and that's one thing that a number of pros have said about Tekkz. Always brings his fullbacks into play, and you can see exactly why. He'll have a chance now. Just stops on the ball with R9, looking for that pass on the edge of the box. Went for a little bit of a scoop turn around Vieira, still in possession for him. Vieira back to Hullet. Will be very patient with this attack as well. Who will take the shot? Who will take the chance of goal? Maybe it was with R9, but Maldini timed the tackle well, and Joey will be able to come back again.
The first game that Tekkz has lost in 26 legs of FIFA against Nicolas Razek. They're like London buses. You don't get up for 26 legs, then you get 2 losses back to back.
26 legs of FIFA as well, which was over a penalty shootout. He did lose that matchup
against Razek, and then lost in Sami Luini.
See the French player. I remember very well from Manchester a few years ago against Ajax. A bit of a shouting battle, both of those two players. Sami Lumi used to play for Millennium as well. Added time of just 2 minutes. Will Tekkz be able to create one more chance before we go into this half-time interval? He's currently leading by a goal to nil. We'll fall back to Neymar, who tried to bring a bit of trickery out there and actually went past Carlos Alberto. Half-time, score at 1-0 to Tekkz in this elimination matchup.
Lovely rainbow flick as well from Tekkz there. The specific Neymar rainbow flick that only he possesses in the game. Instead of flicking it twice to the left and then once to the right that he'll have done there. Only flicked it once either way. Left then right.
Here we go, jumping back into this second half. Tekkz with a very slight advantage. I think why Joey looks so disappointed as well. Tekkz can see out 1-0s. He can see out one goal advantages compared to a number of players that might need to win 6-5 or 5-4, as we might see with a Lost in the Waves or an Houston. Those are the players that just spring to mind. Tekkz has got it all wrapped up, whether it's the defending side of FIFA or the attacking side. Did not lose a game in Bucharest for stage 1. Come back to stage 2. He's in round 4, and if he loses this game, he will be eliminated. Can he get himself in now? Into R9. Here's a chance for him. Vieira clears that one away for a corner. Yes, and that will be played short. Yes, it will. Garincha. Over on this left-hand side, Eusebio with a chance and with a goal as well for Tekkz. No reaction from him. He knows he's still got a massive job to do.
Look at the two pictures. Tekkz so laser focused right now on the game. Joey clearly deep in discussion right there with his coach. Ain bats and a shake of the head. It all came from that short corner. It made it look so simple as he worked that into the box.
I don't think it's probably like an example of the perfect corner. You play it short, a few ball rolls as always, and you work your way into the box. Little pass into Eusebio. And with that right foot, just smashes Tekkz into a 2-0 lead. Well, well, well. It really could be deja vu for Ajax, Joey. Went out 1-3 in stage 1. Still a second leg to come.
Going out 1-3 in your final games against Tekkz. He will be thinking, what have I done in a previous life to deserve this matchmaking?
It's one of them, isn't it? You're never going to get an easy game here, but when you're playing against a fantastic player, plus the name value that does come with Tekkz, in an elimination matchup, you don't mind if it's in round 1. But in round 4, when you need to win this game. I mean, we're not saying it's over yet for Joey. He still has 30 minutes left in this game, plus a second leg to come. But at half-time, Richard, he simply had no shots on target or even an effort.
Very, very much the case of he's being silenced right now. Has Joey by Tekkz's defensive capabilities. Don't think he's really had a shot on target in this first leg.
Carlos Alberto. Back to Hullet. See Carlos Alberto, the fullback, had to push on to try and make something go on. You put your money on it. Wasn't timed, but with R9 in certain areas, you expect that to at least be on target, especially with 5-star weak foot as well.
Great example of a goal kick right there. Dinked it out to Carlos Alberto, played into Vieira, then you open up the pitch.
As I keep saying, it's one of the things that a number of pros recommend. Get your fullbacks involved more. It's something that Tekkz does every single time. Now he's really in motion with all his skill moves. Fortunately, that one does come to the end after running into the fullback.
Yeah, lovely little advanced drag back there. inside the box.
The worst thing that Joey can do right now is concede a third. Going into that second leg, you really have got a job in your hands, and you are going to be coming out attacking from the word go. If he can just get himself one goal back, he needs to remember that Tekkz does lose games. He's already lost 2 today. Just waiting for the run now. Look at that. Into R9. Waiting for the perfect moment to get that shot on goal. See so many red shirts back. They'll win the ball back as well for Fnatic Tekkz. You can just see Joey getting frustrated now. This will play right into Tekkz's hands. Pull it into Neymar. Back to R9. Vieira in at centre-back. Matches it up once again.
Yeah, just a fake shot there. He didn't take the outer touch that he'd have wanted to, but you see how aggressive Tekkz is right there. Something that not a lot of the pros would do. He pulled Maldini all the way over to left-back. Take the ball off of him.
If you're doing that, you have to make the tackle. And he does it.
95% of the time he does. It's not really by the rule book. You'd sort of say it's not by the textbook. Do you get it?
I get it.
Thank you.
I think the problem is Joey there. He just saw that sprint touch. Did not help him out at all. He over anticipated what he could have done with Eusebio. Eusebio on the other end nearly finds a chance. It potentially could have went 3-0 up there. It's the problem for Joey. He gets to these areas here and the press is just so good from Tekkz. Really doesn't have an option. R9 doesn't even want to get on the ball. Last chance of the game. Who will it fall to? Tekkz. Trying to find a third, and it would really help him as well if he could get a third going to the second match. Joey would have to come out, as I've said before, would have to change his custom tactics. It would have to be attack, 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 and that would naturally open up gaps at the back for Tekkz to maybe exploit. Next thing you know, it could be 4 or 5. Here's a chance for Joey. He needs this.
Moved his goalkeeper as well there, Tekkz. Just shifted him across a tiny little smidgen to the left. Allison in goal for him as well.
And it comes, punched away. I think it's quite good as well, where he's continued to back Allison as well in goal. From stage 1 into stage 2, not many players using Allison, more Ter Stegen or Van der Sar, maybe even Yashin. Added time to come. Tekkz 2-0 up. This is only leg number 1. Let's remember that. Still a second leg to come up. Whoever loses will leave the competition here in Bucharest on day number 1. I think Joey's saying, how the hell is that stayed in? Garincha. Can he find that ball across the box? Yes, he can. Into Eusebio. Tackle was perfect from Vieira. And full time, Richard. Leg number 1. Tekkz has a very strong lead.
I think Joey's just happy to get out of that game. Do anything.